Tarik Jasarevic works for the WHO and joins me now. Mr. Jasarevic, thanks for joining us on TRT World. So the WHO are behind the curve again, just as they were with Ebola. Why have you not done something sooner to tackle this outbreak?
Well, this is not really entirely correct to say. Within 6 months of the first case of yellow fever in Angola, we managed to vaccinate more than 16 million people in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, and unrelated outbreak in Uganda. For 8 weeks now, there were no confirmed cases in Angola, and we hope with this vaccination campaign that starts today and that it's aiming to vaccinate more than 14 million people in the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa, and border area to be able to prevent further spread of the disease.
And Tarik, this shortage of vaccines, how has that been allowed to happen? Surely the whole point of organisations like yourself is to make sure that there are enough vaccines for these diseases that still exist.
Exactly. There is a limited supply of vaccines, and let me explain you why. There is an annual production of yellow fever vaccines at about 80 million, and this is a number that is steadily increasing since the World Health Organization and partners launched Yellow Fever Initiative in 2006, by which yellow fever vaccine entered routine immunization in many countries that are endemic for yellow fever. So the production was rising. Now we are facing the situation where we have outbreak in urban areas, like it was case in Luanda in Angola, and now in DR Congo, where we need really to vaccinate as many people as fast as possible. So there is a limited supply. We are working with manufacturers to trying to increase the production and to prioritize the use of existing vaccines. And one of the reasons why we are using 1/5 of the dose in Kinshasa campaign that is going to start today is exactly that, to try to vaccinate as many people as possible, providing them with the protection long enough to try to overcome this outbreak before the rainy season starts in a couple of months.
Absolutely, and that's the rainy season, that's when it will be most worrying. Do the huge drug companies, Tarik, take any responsibility in this? Shouldn't they be providing these vaccines at below cost to make sure that these diseases don't spread?
Well, average cost of yellow fever vaccine is between $1 and $2. Now, we had really good cooperation with 4 manufacturers that are currently producing yellow fever vaccines. They are doing what they can to try to increase the production. It takes 6 months to produce yellow fever vaccine, and these manufacturers are having other manufacturing products that are done in the same facilities. So they did what they can to try to prioritize yellow fever vaccines over some other products. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a scope of vaccination campaign that we are starting now in Congo. We are calling upon 41,000 health workers and volunteers to participate, to conduct this campaign in 2 weeks. There will be 8,000 vaccination sites. There are 17 million syringes that we needed to bring to Democratic Republic of Congo in a very short period of time. Those sort of campaigns are planned for months. Now we are accelerating things, trying to immunize as many people as we can.
And finally then, Tarik, will there be any measures put in place in the coming weeks ahead of rainy season, or when rainy season starts perhaps, to tackle this as we try to tackle the Zika virus with sort of a mass extermination of these mosquitoes that may carry yellow fever?
Well, big difference between Zika and yellow fever is that for Zika we do not have a vaccine, while we have a very good vaccine for yellow fever. And therefore, the strategy right now in yellow fever is really to immunize people and also to make sure that all international travelers are vaccinated. So this is the best way to stop international spread, making sure that people who are traveling to affected region and traveling from affected countries have their traveler vaccination. And for this reason, Director General of the World Health Organization asked all member states to basically enforce already existing requirements for international travelers to have yellow fever vaccination.
Okay, well, Tarik Jasarevic from the WHO, we thank you for joining us, and I wish you luck in your work. Thank you.